All right, we're on. All right, so this is Dre, and this is the Give Me 10 podcast. Give Me 10 podcast. So, as I brought up in my first episode, the purpose of this podcast is to be concise, quick to the point, give you some content to think about, and of course, please subscribe, leave comments, because my number one goal with this podcast is to have dialogue, have fun, talk about sports, hot topics in sports, you know, and just try to have a good time with it. So, I had to jump on it today tonight, really. Hot news: Magic Johnson, the Laker, outside of Kobe, pretty much King LA, is stepping down as the president of basketball operations, and the entire basketball world is in shock. It's in shock because one, Magic Johnson is the LA Lakers. Magic Johnson is a top 10, top 5 player of all time. If you could think about a match made in heaven, Magic Johnson being the front office of the LA Lakers is that. And if you look at this entire season, now that it's come to a conclusion, and now that you see he's stepping down, you can take a look back and say this has been an abject failure by one of the most iconic names in the game of basketball in the city of LA. This is absolutely shocking. Let's rewind this a couple years ago. Well, not a couple years, last summer. 2 summers ago, excuse me. When OKC acquired Paul George, there was this automatic consensus that he's basically a rental. He's going to LA. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard's going to LA. Everybody wants to go to LA. LeBron's going to LA. And what we've seen is that even though the names in the front office have changed for the Lakers, the results really have stayed the same. And when Magic Johnson took over, it seemed like he cleaned house. It seemed like him and Rob Pelinka were trying to create a Laker way. Go back to the way things used to be when they're acquiring stars and they're winning ball games and they're winning championships. Well, that hasn't happened. They did acquire LeBron James, but no one else has come to the Lakers. In terms of them building their team this year, they built their team completely opposite of what wins in today's game. Today's game is totally based on spacing, shooting, defensive versatility. Having guys that are 6'6", 6'7", that can switch on the pick and rolls. Guys that can hold up the big men also, can move their feet, can close out on three-point shots, can maintain the driving lanes. And the Lakers didn't do that at all. So the way they constructed their team was terrible. The way that they conducted their business was terrible. In case in point, think about the Anthony Davis situation. For about a month, all the news, all the Woj bombs about Anthony Davis, rumor going to the Lakers, rumor that the Lakers wanted Anthony Davis, Rich Paul, LeBron James having dinner with Anthony Davis. Of course, he's part of the guys. I'm trying to think of the sports agency for Rich Paul, Clutch Sports. There it is. And all this allegations of collusion. I think Magic Johnson got fined by the NBA. So this entire season has been a disaster. The way they have conducted their business has been a disaster. And now here we are. The Lakers are 37-44. LeBron James shut down for the year. They're going to miss the playoffs, but they weren't bad enough to be in the high lottery pick. High in the lottery. LeBron James is a year older, coming off an injury, first major injury of his career, and now all the pressure is on that front office. This was supposed to be the off season to turn this thing around, to hit the reset button, and get on the right path. And the way you kick it off is before the season even ends, and Magic Johnson is going to step down. Mind you, he told the press he didn't even let Jeanie Buss know. A person he's supposed to be really close with. the Bus family. Well, remember, it was Dr. Bus that drafted Magic Johnson, that took Magic Johnson under his wing, took him to the Playboy Mansion. It's all in the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson documentary. And I can't say enough how much of a failure this has been. So let me ask some questions to you guys. I want you guys to respond. Respond in the comment section below. Where do the Lakers go from here? Think about it. The most iconic person in your franchise's history, outside of Kobe Bryant, basically did a horrible job of managing the team, has had embarrassing moments while managing the team. You know, rumors of collusion, being fined by the NBA, not keeping their business tight in terms of how they're going about their trade negotiations. So much toxicity within the team that basically the team fell apart. It went in a crapper. It went in a tank. Young players worried about being traded. Totally unprofessional. Yet all this dark cloud. And that's why Magic Johnson was brought to the Lakers, to take the dark cloud that was over the franchise, bring it to the old face, but the smiling face of Magic Johnson. The smiling face of Magic Johnson, what he's known for. Known for winning. Known for positive energy. And that's the opposite of what has happened so far. So where do you go from here? That was supposed to be the home run hire. Who's going to take this Laker job? The pressure that comes with it. Because whoever goes there, whoever is the person to take over, it's immediate. There will be an immediate expectation to win. You have LeBron James, a top 5 player of all time in this game. You are expected to win championships, or at the very least compete for it. You just have a disaster of a season. So there is no taking over this front office for the Lakers and having time to build this up. No. You need to win next year. And how in the world are the Lakers going to sign stars when your front office is in a mess? For an average organization, that is extremely daunting. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. For an average organization that has good front office, that is daunting, trying to bring stars to your team. Now, even with this historic franchise, where their front office is absolutely a dumpster fire, they've already been missing out on superstars, free agents the last 5-6 years. What are they going to do now? After the home run hire, the guy that's supposed to be the guy to make everything better, to make everything back to the good old purple and gold. That classic Lakers championship image of Magic Johnson is stepping down and is leaving the Lakers in an absolute mess. Why would any free agent, really good free agent, let's just say good role players, really good starters, let alone superstars and all-stars, go to the LA Lakers this summer? What are they going to do? This is absolutely terrible. I feel bad for Lakers fans. Because not only has the LeBron James gone off to a rocky start, but now one of your icons has also contributed, and to make it worse, leaving your franchise in I would say maybe a worse position than it started when he started. The day Magic Johnson took over, there was a day of hope. Where's the hope now? I would say there's no hope. You're not trying to rebuild with LeBron James. LeBron James has a 4-year window. You've already had 1 year. You've already wasted 1 year. So what are you going to do? Stephen A. Smith earlier today tweeted that, talked about in the show, First Take, he thinks Kyrie Irving is going to get the Lakers a meeting. Now, granted, that was before this news came out. I find it very hard to believe that Kyrie Irving is going to meet with the Lakers now. Kevin Durant, please. He'll leave the Warriors in that great situation in Golden State and go to this mess? Nah. Kawhi Leonard? No. Kawhi Leonard's low profile in a way. He's low profile. He'll go to the Clippers first. And the Lakers had maybe an outside shot if they had everything teed up, right? This is horrible. Jimmy Butler, no. Kemba, maybe. Maybe you had a shot if you would have had a better situation, but gosh, you have to get now. You have to retool your front office. And you got to do that first before you even start looking for a head coach. You need a front office and a head coach, and then you need to retool your roster. You know how hard that is? It's hard enough for a franchise to restructure one level of their organization. You have a great front office, now you got to find a new coach. Well, that's not easy. You got to find the right guy. You don't have no time to experiment. And mind you, your best player is known as a guy that's not easy to coach. So the type of coach you bring in has to be pretty much perfect for that particular situation. And players, please, you need to totally restructure this roster. Lonzo Ball needs to be traded. And that's not a diss at him. I think he needs to restart. And I think you need to have the right type of players around LeBron James. You need shooters. Probably 80% of this roster cannot return next year. So let's recap. You got front office that is now depleted. You need to restructure that. Jeannie Buss needs to find somebody to take this thing over. Don't know who's going to take on that job. You got to find a new coach. Luke Walton, that coaching staff is done. They're gone. And oh yeah, you're going to have about an 80 to 90% roster turnover as well. And you need to do that. Let's see, it's April. You're going to have about a 3-month period to do that. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. So now you're talking about going to LeBron James' second year of his 4-year contract, of his 4-year window, and you have total dysfunction. Total dysfunction. You know, it's ironic, speaking of LeBron. LeBron's always been somebody who has taken things into his own hands. You know, tried to control his destiny, tried to, when he got to a franchise, put his imprint on that franchise, tried to build a team in his image, basically being the impromptu de facto GM of the team while being the best player. If you look at it, LeBron James is totally powerless in this situation. He is stuck. He committed 4 years to this franchise. This is absolutely terrible. Once again, I feel for Lakers fans. And hey guys, if you're still with me, I appreciate it. Like I said, I try to be quick and concise. That's the whole premise of this Give Me 10 podcast. Give me 10 minutes of your time. And now we're at the 10-minute mark. I ask that you hit the subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, I appreciate the love. Tell people about it. Please tune in. I hope to do at least one topic every night. Leave comments based on things that I can improve on. If you disagree with me, if you agree with me, you know, I would like to respond back to you. Like I said, this whole thing is about dialogue, having fun, good sports talk. So once again, this is Give Me 10 podcast. You know, with Dre, and I'll talk to you soon.